back to the Taiwan Outlook. I'm your host, Raymond Wu. In this segment, we will continue our conversation with Dr. Tzeng, State Minister in the Cabinet and also the Chief Editor of the Encyclopedia of Taiwan project. Dr. Tzeng, you have mentioned in the project about the need to preserve diversity and also the commitment to pursue sustainability for the project and for Taiwan. Would you mind sharing with us your views and thoughts on that?
Yeah, some people forgot.
Yes.
Taiwan, even if a very small island,
yes,
we have a lot of different things.
Yes.
Because of our past history.
Yes.
Of people from different places, different ancestors.
Of course.
And they have different cultural background.
Mm-hmm.
And Taiwan as an island, we have about mainly Minnan people, we have Hakka people, and we have more than 20 or actually 30 or more different stripes of Aboriginal people.
Yes.
And they all in this island.
Yeah.
They all have their own cultural,
way of life. Yeah.
Their best project in different lifestyle, And so this is something that Taiwan should preserve and then show in the world. Remember one time, people forgot how beautiful our Bulongzu can sing their 八部合音, harmonious song. Only when after the Olympic people singing. And then people realize we have a kind of cultural heritage in Taiwan with that small island, with that piece of song. But that's only one very small thing. If you look at different Aboriginal people, they all have different cultural heritage. And so that's very important that we should recognize them, identify them, and then try to enrich them for their youngsters to respect their ancestors. So that's very important.
Of course.
And then we look at this island, and we look at the diversity in terms of biology. We look at the different animals. Can you believe that we have bear?
Yes.
Not long ago, we have found bear on the street.
Yes.
And people say, we have bear?
Where do bears come from?
Yeah, but that's in Taiwan. Probably in a deep mountain, we still have some mountain bear still around, black. And then you talk about fish around this island. This is a very small island, maybe 10,000, 1 in 10,000 of a small island. But in terms of diversity of the world, biological diversity, fish, for example, we probably account for 1/10
of the
different species in the world. And we have new species being discovered all the time. So Taiwan is very unique because of we have this 北回归线, north tropical.
Yes.
And then if you look at it, because the weather is so different, the wind blows. So you look at all the plants and the flowers, they are very different. And in the deep mountain, you can find some very beautiful small red flowers that blooming in different seasons. And so that's unique. So if you look at all this, from biology, from culture, from the historical background of people, Taiwan is very, very diversified in that sense. So it is important that how do we preserve that? So people should respect each other in terms of we respect individual differences. The other thing that's very important is when a culture tries to dominate the others, usually it becomes stagnant. A stagnant means you're going to die out. But when you have all these different cultures hitting together,
inclusive,
you're talking about creativity. You're talking about innovations. You're talking about the kind of mind powers behind Taiwan's ability to navigate in the world. We don't easily be cut back because something that's, you're doing the commercial, there are some who don't have formal relationship with some country. But our Taiwan Sangren, Taiwan businessman is in every place. Why? Because we have that kind of diversity.
Yes, but Dr. Dr. Tzeng, the international environment is not so friendly to us, including our businessmen. They encounter a lot of difficulties. Sometimes they can't even get visa to go to the places where they want to sell their products.
Yeah. Well, this is a very interesting question you just asked.
Yes.
Because if you look around,
yeah,
our businessmen are actually in everywhere.
Yes.
Even in the faraway places like Russia.
Yes.
Or other places, whether it's cold or it's hot, it's warmest places, Taiwanese people is making their way. How they do it? Because one thing is very important. They don't get blocked.
No.
But because of some diplomatic difficulty. They have way, and they have friends, and they have different commercial way of handling a lot of business transactions. And so they get their goods to the place they want to be. And then they get their product sell. This is a lot of way. Usually it's not traditional.
No.
And in other words, we are looking at our people. Because of they have so many different diversified experience, they are able to create solutions for different problems that they encounter. So that's something that we have to look at Taiwan because of this experience of diversity, and we need to preserve that. And that's the only way we can save this island culturally and in terms of our cultivate our next generation of scientists, scholars, people, citizens. They will be global in everywhere.
Yes. And Dr. Tzeng, you had discussed publicly the notion of ATGC in talking about the Encyclopedia of Taiwan project. Would you mind elaborate on that concept a little more?
Yes, that's a very interesting thing that you just mentioned. I'm a biologist to some degree. Okay? I'm a psychologist working on neuroscience, working on the brain. And in recent years, we begin to realize what the makeup of the human body, genetic basis.
Yes.
So 50 years ago, we have so-called DNA.
Yes.
The double helix model being discovered. And then gradually we understand how the gene together. And so everybody has their own records, their own makeup. And there are only 4 chemicals that's important. It's A, T, G, C.
Yes.
So you have a book of your life. You open it up, A, T, G, C, A, G, C, D, and so on and so on and so on. It's a different combination.
Of course.
If we have the concept, this is called the basic elements of human life.
Yes.
We can add it, the basic element of human social life.
Yes.
We're talking about people who live in Taiwan. They live in their social life. How do you describe it scientifically or in a scholarly way?
Yes.
You begin to look at the element behind it. There are always 4 elements in every story in human social, society, social makeup.
Can you give us an example?
A means affect.
Okay.
Affect means we have a lot of emotions.
Yes.
People get sad story, happy occasions. And so this, you describe something in the script of the story, history of the society, is A.
Yes.
We call affect.
Affect.
And then you begin to say about, how about T? T is time. Every story is from the beginning to the end. They have a lot of episodes.
Yes.
And so it includes time. Or what makes the time, what makes something change? T also means technology, tool. So in every aspect of this describe Taiwan's history, Taiwan's cultural inventions, you want to see affect. Affect also means motivation. People are motivated to finish a good project. So we have A, we have T, which is tool, technology, and we make up something. What? People live in different places. So we have ATG. G means geography, different culture. Geology. Taiwan has a lot of diversity in terms of geology. And so if you look at the way people live on the seashore, they have different lifestyle. Fishermen, every song that we have. You see, Mang Li Zha Gui.
Of course.
All this
Yes.
are people who live on the shore. We talk about all different Gang Do Ya Wu. All those are people who live in the seashore. And so they create a different life story. And then we have people who live in the mountain, Aboriginal people.
Yes.
And we have people living in the very rural area like Hakka.
Yeah.
And Hakka has preserved, and they have different way of talking about their cultures.
Yes.
They don't have temple like a Mazu, but they have Yiming Miao.
Yes.
So in terms of friendship, comradeship become a very important culture for Hakka.
Yes.
And so if you look at it, so ATG,
Yes.
geography,
Yes.
make different lifestyle.
Yes.
And then you begin to see ATGC.
C.
C means communication.
That
In
is very
today's world,
Yeah.
we have so many different languages. You know, I just mentioned Minnan,
Yes.
South Minnan.
Yes.
I mentioned people on this island. We have Hakka.
Yes.
We have different Aboriginal people. And these languages spread through all the South Asian seas, oceans, you know. We call 南岛语言.
Yes.
Oh.
Southern Island. Yes.
Yeah, in here. Our Aboriginal people, their ancestors, carry their languages all the way down to New Zealand,
Yes.
Fiji Island,
Yeah.
Bali
South
Island,
Pacific,
all this from Taiwan. So in terms of communication, we're talking about people's languages, diversity of languages.
Yeah.
So if you want to describe Taiwan, you take these four elements. A, affect. T, technology tour.
Yeah.
G, geography. And
C.
communication, languages.
Yes.
So language and time, tour, and then you coordinate different space. Taiwan is a very small island, but it encompasses the whole world.
Yes.
So this is very important.
It's outreach.
Yeah,
It's very rich.
and that's the reason I use these four letters.
Yes.
We use these four letters to describe biological makeup of people. We also use these four letters to describe the social life, their basic elements.
Yes.
And so that's the reason we look at
Yeah.
Encyclopedia.
ATGC. Yes.
Need to look at Taiwan in this spirit.
Yes. Okay. I think a lot of viewers at home watching our program are enjoying the discussions given by Dr. Tzeng just as much as I did. And when we come back to Taiwan Outlook, we're going to continue this conversation with Dr. Tzeng. And we're going to ask him about his other areas of specialty, including cognitive psychology. We'll see you in 2 minutes.